Okay guys, this is Rodney McClure, Ace Window Tinting. We've got a 2016 Jeep Wrangler here. It's got defroster lines on the back. No tint from the factory, so we can't route. I've already prepped this glass inside and out, but I'm gonna prep it one more time to show you what we've done to prep it, except I'm not gonna put as much water on it. Now, one that needs it, I'm gonna miss just a little water on here because I'm not gonna load all these cracks up because I tack cloth tint this. Most all these back glasses that have all these obstacles, that's what I do. So this is our safe prep. Zytel 66 nylon, it's really hard. So I'm gonna scrape this back window with it as I've already done. This thing will let you get all the way up into all these corners around this stuff. And if I ever take the tip of this up under something, I wipe it off because I don't want to drag any debris up on there. All these little obstacles here, come up close to this, Shane. Like this and this bolt, that's how people mess up their squeegees. And luckily this thing, the defroster tabs were already broke off on. I think that's a recall on some of these Jeeps, if I ain't mistaken, but it's actually a bad deal. You have debris, come up under here, sort of bring it, hang on this lip. They make bigger, small, do it and get a routine going. But I've now scraped this baby. Stay right there with it, Shane. I'm gonna hang right me now. Now I'm gonna mist it one more time. Now, this is something that's about to come out. It's a limited run blade. Come up here and let's show them this. It's a 75 durometer Slimer from Gasket Pro Tools. This is a prep braid. We're doing a limited run of these things. So it's going to be limited edition. If it takes off, we're going to do it. If it doesn't, then we're good to go. It's a pretty killer deal. This thing works great. I'm going to reach up here and I'm going to take this edge. I'm going to follow that line. I'm also going to follow it with my rag so I grab anything that this thing is pulling off of there. Same thing here. When I squeegee, I put the blade in an angle so it feeds all the soap and water down to the bottom edge so we know where all of our debris is going. But I'm going to show you another trick that's something you should look for when you're doing something like this. Is when you get down here, you want to make sure the edge of your blade goes under all this stuff so it pushes all that slip and trash down lower. And since I'm going to install this with this up, we'll never let this back down so that stuff won't run out. It'll always be down in there. It's the corners that gets everyone. But I'm going to show you how to avoid that pitfall too when you're doing this by being a tack cloth installer of some windows. I'm going to show you how to use a tack cloth on the door glasses and how to use a speed loader on that. That is done. This is a microfiber. This is used for wiping stuff like this off. I don't care what brand you got, where you're getting them. If you don't have a microfiber suede or a window cleaning glass that has no lint, window cleaning rag or glass cleaning rag that has no lint, you don't want it near your glass because you will have particles everywhere and it really shows up at the wrong time. We'll wipe all around this just like that. I'm going to fold it another section. I'm going to wipe the center to clean it up. It's like we was cleaning the glass. Mm-hmm. You singing to them, they're going to hear that when we make that video. Mm-hmm. All right. Somebody says, what the heck is a tack cloth tinner? This is what paint and body shops use to tack a car off before they spray it to get any lint that came off of their final wipe down. I keep it in a little bag. And I've heard people say, oh, you don't want to use that. It leaves little pieces of stuff on it. Horseshit. It's designed to not do that specifically.
You don't?
If you're leaving stuff on there with this, then you're using it the wrong way. You don't, look, you just lay it up there and glide it across it.
No pressure and don't scrub.
Yep. Cover every square inch.
I first learned to use them with cheesecloths.
Cheesecloths. And they melt paraffin wax and soak them in it. Now it's got a synthetic coating on it, so it doesn't affect paint nowadays. All right, that's tacked off. There's no lint, quote unquote, on that thing. You hang that right there. You might have to back up just a little bit. I'm fixing to go grab this piece of tint. I'm gonna position this and slide it where I want it. What I was saying about patterns for a plotter. If you have patterns that don't fit, or if there's patterns that are sent in and not created by the actual pattern company, then what you can have is you can be installing patterns and putting your name on a job from a person that you wouldn't even let tint your own car. We have gotten patterns in before that were so bad that the person that made them, if I knew who they were, I could tell you they couldn't even pick up the scraps in my shop out of the floor. That's how bad they are. Walk up there and let them see this before I start squeezing it out. The first thing you want to do is tack it right here in the middle. Now, I'm going to go across this top edge. Get up out here so they can see this. I'm going to take this rag and I'm going to catch what water I'm pushing out as I'm going. This is a virtually flat glass, so it doesn't matter which direction you start with on this. But the reason I'm doing this is I'm catching this water. Now, you see me using this rag here. Doesn't matter. The film's already on the car, so it's not going to matter what I'm touching it with. I don't want to catch that residue that's running out from under the edge of the window with my other towel to contaminate it. It's the softest one we got. I'm going to start here and I'm going to work this down all the way across through here. Just like this. Be careful over here not to jam it into any of them hard things, especially if you're using a hard squeegee. You'll nick it up and you'll go, oh, my squeegee nicked. Wrong answer, you nicked your squeegee. Sort of like just because your car has bumpers don't mean you got to run over stuff. You got to pay attention. I'm going to show you guys the advantage of a soft squeegee versus a hard squeegee on defroster lines. I will take my sledgehammer, actually it's half sledgehammer, half GP85, and I'm going to go over this thing with it, extract everything. But the deal is it will not conform enough around these defroster lines to get more water out, so I'll effectively be able to take a squeegee that's a lot less durometer. Now, come over and let them see this. This is aggravating to get to. Now, I can take a squeegee, just keep holding it there, okay, like this, any color you want, same deal, and I can squeegee this down, just like this, and no issue at all. But there's an inherent problem there. I'm only squeegeeing, I'm not extracting. This is the Red Rocket. It's made for small stuff like this. I do a lot of back glasses on trucks with it. This is an extractor. This is a 93 durometer. It fits in them spots better. It's got a handle where your knuckles are not all down in there. And I'm effectively extracting, not just squeegeeing. There's a big difference. So I like to use this around spots like this. See this finger here? This will make that baby lay down. This is where you keep fingers from popping back up. Now, if a finger pops back up 3 or 4 times and you hadn't prepped this right, it creates a vacuum. It's going to pull water up in there that's probably got contamination in it. Then when it does that, then you're going to have a dirty finger. So when it comes to tint, I don't associate with anything dirty. I want it to all be clean, grip free, and all that good stuff. So that's that. This is the one blade. 93 durometer sledgehammer on this side, 85 GP85 on this side. Now, I'm gonna mist a little water up so this baby will slide. I'm gonna ease this down. And you can see it's pretty well tacked down. Everything's laid down really good around the corners, no bunch of trash. I'm gonna take this right here. I'm gonna let Shane get in front of it over here on this side, and you can watch how much water this thing plows up and leaves in the, I'm gonna leave it in the edge of the film when I get there. This is not surface water, this is water that's stuck between and behind the defrost line. See it there, Shane?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. That thing plows, don't it?
Once we come out with it, we'll wipe it off. Now down here, you're not gonna get so much out of it because we've already extracted it with a little sledgehammer in the Red Rocket handle. All right, same thing over here. Pick up a little moisture. plow this baby out. I like to hold on the glass and pull down so I can put enough pressure on it. I'm gonna start right here. And this squeegee, even though it's a soft geometer, I'll show you guys in a second what we've collected up out from over these lines. You can hear it when it's rolling it out. As you get close enough in front, let them see on these defroster lines, you can see that stuff. You see it rolling off the defroster lines and pushing air out that end. That's where peanuts come from. The peanuts, when the air bubbles pop up around the defroster lines. Let me see that. You hang this back over there. That's how you do one with no gaps. Just a great fit.